Social constructs have always been malwars in which women have always suffered for lack of self-expression and self-realization. It's good to know who we are as individuals. A stable relationship with a family perspective should be accessible to everyone regardless of personal lifestyle. Easy women who can achieve a stable relationship in their own ways. Relational agreement between consenting adults are healthy and non-problematic. Women on the margin of social convention are also human beings, and each person shall be respected for who they really are. A person or woman who does not harm anyone and who is respectful has every chance of having a balanced relationship. No one is perfect, but being a good person is mainly defined by respecting the choices of the community and the social world. We are not far from the past, and it is normal for everyone to adapt to this era's social exchanges. A healthy and respectful relationship are criteria that everyone can define. Society should not place women in roles incompatible with their natures and personalities. It is totally logical to demand what suits you and like you, but the important thing is to establish a balance that is satisfactory for everyone. No one should live isolated because of cares to others. Society, like men, must not force women to be what they are not, and vice versa for men. Living in community means adapting to everyone's choice and with respect. For me, an easy woman is neither evil nor good, but this aspect becomes evil once widely exposed. Likewise, I will like no one, and I mean no one, to be one about me. I'm a woman who follows her own desires while having her own sacred and personal convictions. I am aware of all the social stresses, but I'm making my way beyond my femininity, a path that outlines the existence of a being sensitive to his inner and outer world. I like to be myself. All these burdens constructed by society are tiring. Everyone should feel free to be themselves. Often, the man gives common sense to the woman, but the woman can give respect to sense to the man, thanks to her natural and feminine wisdom, perhaps much more. Universal prejudice has always been a tradition of brutality among men and transmitted in women. Single mothers are not necessarily beaten women and worn out by life or by men. There are all kinds of people in the world, but the one problem is the question of the sense of self. The individuality of each human being and far beyond both modern and ancient influences. Between women rejected by traditional society and women who are accepted by this society, the line of discomfort is very fine. All women have the right to the life in their own way or according to their beliefs. Every woman has the right to be herself. So men and women are equal in the spaces, and each should learn to complement the other, not dominate them. The world is much more beautiful and alive with these differences. This time, it wasn't really a romance-based episode, but each topic I come up with has its own usefulness and peculiarity. Finally, I'm not saying anything by chance. Love today has barriers that are defined by misconceptions or exaggerated by the human. It's crazy how history and human behavior repeats itself every time like a curse. On one side, we have these people who ignore the suffering of the world with insensitivity, and on the other of us who denounce this insensitivity. The story unfolded in human tearing and up to our time. Perpetual confrontations and antipathy and inflated ego. A human story writing 12 works of art from around the world and some writings, always showing the acts of good and evil of human beings. An example, in the distant past, Protestantism has long been the direct opposition to the Roman spiritual authority, which is the Catholic religion that everyone knows. The former King Henry IV had been Protestant until his reconversion to the Catholic religion. Today, Western policy and its diplomacy resemble a bit an opportunism at the reputation of Europe in ancient times. All the events of the past give you the impression that human beings are incapable of learning from their mistakes, just like in moral alienation. This almost indicates that the human being has always been abandoned and that the place of your universal mediator is empty. There has never been a truly universal philosophy of wisdom and human progression. In negative forecasters, immobility is gradually settling into humanity. For me, each nation has its strong point. Human beings always evolve in a search for comfort, but not in a progressive morality. Love is sometimes the union of two different worlds. It will be good for everyone to take a deep breath, to feel life, and see the deep meaning of life and everything that surrounds you. Truly, it is not money that is the problem, but human behavior.